In my last update for this dividend bridge account, I was sitting at around $1,700. And at that point, I was still early in building this out. And this was about a month or so ago. I was testing the strategy and honestly figuring out how I wanted this account to function long term. It was less about performance and more about the direction that I wanted it to head. Fast forward to today, almost a month and a half later, and this account now is sitting at just over $2,400. So we've added about $700 in a short period of time, which is solid progress for an account at this size. I've had some small contributions put into it. But the real story here is not growth. The real story is what has changed inside of this brokerage account. Before we get into the account though, quick disclaimer, as always, I'm Eric. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing what I'm doing, what I'm learning, and how I'm building a dividend bridge account in real time to hopefully float me from after military retirement until age 60. It's a real portfolio, real decisions, and real adjustments as I go along. Now, when I look at where this account stands today, the value is right around $2,400, I say, and the income generated so far is about $95. That number is still small, but this is exactly how this type of strategy starts. It's not about the immediate payout, right? It's about building the system that will produce income over a long period of time. 10 years from now, 20 years from now. What matters more than the income number right now is how that income is being generated. And that's where I made a big change to this account since the last update. Between the last update and now, I removed most of the high yield positions that were prone to NAV erosion. And this is something I want to spend a minute on and talk about, because this is where a lot of people get tripped up when they start building like an income focused portfolio or brokerage account. At first, high yield ETFs look like the perfect solution, right? You see double digit yields, you see frequent payouts, and it feels like you found a way to shortcut the process. It looks like you can generate income quickly without needing a large portfolio. But what I came to realize, and what a lot of people learn the hard way, is that some of those funds are not actually generating sustainable income. Instead, they're slowly losing value over time while paying you back your own money in the form of distributions. And I saw that with a few of the ETFs that I had. So on paper, it looks like you're making money, but in reality, your portfolio is shrinking underneath it. And that's important to notice. And once that clicked for me recently, I knew I had to make some changes to this account. So instead of chasing yield, I shifted this account towards being more stable, more sustainable income sources, right? I started focusing on quality over yield and building something that can actually scale instead of something that just looks good short term. The big numbers and payouts will come later on. Now, when you look at the current holdings on it, the structure makes a lot more sense now. I've got positions like SCHD, DGRO, and HDV that focus on like dividend growth and quality companies. I've got JEPI and SPYI in there for income generation in a more controlled and structured way. And then I've got individual names like Coca-Cola, Realty Income, Walmart, and Exxon, which are known for consistency and long-term reliability. On top of that, I added SGOV since the last update, I added that as a cash equivalent position, which gives me stability and a small yield without taking on unnecessary risk. So now, instead of having a brokerage account that's trying to maximize income at all cost, I've got an account that's balanced. It generates income, even though it's small right now, but it also preserves and grows capital over time. That's a huge difference. It's going to have slow growth, but I'm going to get nice income out of it, and as the account gets bigger. And when we get back into the income side, this account is generating about $95 per year. That's not life-changing, and that's not the point right now. The point is that income is real, it's consistent, and it's coming from positions that are designed to hold up over long periods of time. I'll continue to add a couple $100 a month to this account and grow it. As this account grows, that number will grow with it, right? This is the early stage of building a dividend stream. It starts very small, but once it builds momentum, it becomes a real asset for me and can pay me $500 a month or $1,000 a month or whatever it is. Now, the bigger picture behind this account is what I call my dividend bridge strategy. The goal here is not to replace my income today. The goal is to build a stream of income that eventually helps bridge the gap between working income and financial freedom. Like I said, I'll retire from the military with VA disability, my pension, all that good stuff, and this will help carry me until my IRAs are accessible. So instead of relying completely on selling shares later, I'm building an income layer now that can support that transition in the future. And that's why this account matters. It's not my core growth brokerage account. I've shown you guys that one. It's a separate layer that serves a very different purpose than the core brokerage. Now, going forward, the strategy is simple. I'm going to continue adding to the account. I'm going to stay focused on quality positions, and I'm going to reinvest that income and let this build up over the next 5, 10, 20 years. I'm not trying to force this to grow fast. I'm not trying to maximize yield right now. I'm focused on building it the right way so that it actually works when I need it to later on, when I'm retired. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this update, it's this. Don't chase yield. Because high income today doesn't mean anything if your portfolio is losing value behind the scenes, right? Focus on sustainability, focus on quality, and focus on building something that lasts for years to come, long periods of time. That's how you actually create real income, and it's a lesson that I've learned myself. If you got value from this, hit the like button so this video reaches more people, because a lot of people fall into this trap early and they don't realize it until later. And drop a comment below. As always, are you building for income right now, or are you focused mostly on growth? I definitely want to hear about it. Let me know what you guys are buying and holding. If you want to follow this dividend bridge strategy as I continue building it out in real time, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. We're a new channel. We just crossed 300 subscribers, and we're going for 1,000. I'll see you guys in the next episode.